at the Moot Center Mobile Market on High Street, and I am Chef Alexa Joan, and I am here with some awesome people from MAP and some wonderful places providing great vegetables and fruits, herbs, everything that you could think of. The table looks really small, but the possibilities are really great. We have some fresh cantaloupe, which you can always have for breakfast. It's an alkalizing treat or an alkalizing breakfast. We have some cherries, have them for breakfast, have them for dessert, mix them into a salad for a nice lunch. Green tomatoes you can always slice up, you can fry, bread them, fry them. If you're trying to wash the oil, just roast them on a sheet pan. We have some wonderful cherry plum. What type of tomatoes are these?
They're called saladette.
Saladette tomatoes.
Kind of in between.
Wonderful. You can eat them fresh with a little bit of salt, pepper, olive oil, some vinegar, or you can roast them in a pan with some herbs and throw them on top of some pasta, and it's perfect. We have mushrooms, oyster mushrooms.
Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful oyster mushrooms. These you can use as a meat replacement if you want to have a meatless Monday. You can chop them up, saute them, you can throw them into some pasta sauce, you can bread them and fry them. Everybody likes fried foods. You can do so much with mushrooms. Also, because of the texture, they can also act as meat. So if you process them with some lentils or some nuts, you can make meatballs out of them. So many wonderful things that you can do. We have beautiful herbs. We have some dill, mint. This is a different variety of mint. What variety is it?
I think it's just a peppermint.
Peppermint?
Yeah.
Well, I have wild peppermint growing in my backyard, and it's like huge. We have parsley, flat leaf parsley, tarragon. Tarragon is here. Thyme. Savory. This is one thing I've never cooked with, but I keep trying to think of ways that I'm going to incorporate it into some things. And basil. Look at this basil. Nice and green. You can throw it on top of those tomatoes for your pasta sauce. Now we're getting into some awesome greens. We have kale. This is beautiful. This is something that you can have raw or you can cook it. A lot of people don't eat kale raw because it messes with their digestive system. So if you want to eat it raw, you can just cube it up, massage it with some oil and a little bit of lemon juice, and then you can have it for a salad. Top it with whatever you would a normal salad, like arugula or romaine or even iceberg. Don't eat iceberg lettuce. What else do we have? We have celery. Great celery if you're looking to make a soup, or you're looking to make a stew, or you want a nice base for a wonderful sauce. Get yourself some celery, some onions, some carrots, and you'll be on your way. Lettuce greens. Beautiful. We have collard greens. No. Broccoli rabe.
You could eat the whole thing.
You can eat the whole thing. You can eat the leaves. You can eat the broccoli, stems, flowers. Saute them up. Make some pesto probably too with those greens. We have green beans and yellow beans. These are really good. One thing about string beans, you can eat them raw. You can blanch them and you can eat them like that with some of those dips that you all like to eat. You can saute them. You can even roast them. We have two different types of eggplants. Asian and African eggplant. Which is which?
This is the Asian. That's the African.
Asian eggplant, African eggplant. You can do some great things with this. You can simply chop it up, saute it, chop it up, roast it, or you can make some great dips out of them. You can add them to your meals just to get that extra adventure when it comes to eating. We have yellow summer squash. Again, whenever you have an idea for vegetables, or you go out to a farmer's market and you see all these wonderful things, or you are part of a community sourced agricultural program and you get bundles and bundles of vegetables every week and you get overwhelmed and don't know what to do with them, simple. Roast them or blanch them and freeze them. Roasting, you just want to chop them up, season them with olive oil, salt, and pepper, crank your oven up to 425, Let them cook for maybe about 15 minutes. See what the texture and the flavor looks like. Take them longer if you want to. Roasting is a wonderful thing to do with your vegetables. Ramps, garlic scabs. You can make pesto out of this. You can chop it up and add it to your meals to get that wonderful garlicky flavor. We have beets, fresh from the ground. Beets are so underrated. A lot of people don't like them, but you haven't been cooking them right if you don't eat them, if you don't like them. Jalapenos, green pepper, sweet corn, not GMO corn. This is actual sweet corn. This is something that is not genetically modified. It is a crop that you can purchase and not be bothered by a lot of the things that we're bothered with genetically modified organisms. This is sweet corn. It literally tastes sweet when you cook it, and it's good for you. Cucumbers, 5 for $2. That's a good price. I like that. And they're beautiful. Eat them raw. You can put them in a salad. You can mix them with some of those tomatoes, some of this onion over here with a nice vinaigrette. We have potatoes, red onion, and white onion, or Spanish onion. So there's some great vegetables here. Come on out to the mobile market. We even have watermelon. Is this seeded or seedless?
It's seedless.
Seedless. It's still really good because it's from the earth, and you know who sourced it. You know where it came from, and you can't go wrong. When you are washing your vegetables, always wash your vegetables. When you get them home, fill up your sink with fresh water, put some vinegar in there, wash off anything that may be residue of anything that might have tried to keep the bugs away. So enjoy your vegetables and make vegetables the star of your plate, and meet me down at the Moot Center Mobile Market. To make vegetables the star of your plate, instead of focusing on what protein I'm going to make and to add herbs and things to it and seasonings, I'm going to make vegetables the star of my plate. So I'm going to create a base to my dish with onions, and I'm going to saute them really well. And I'm going to add some green pepper, and then I'm going to add some jalapenos, chopped up, finely diced, and some kale. Now, I'm going to put that to the side, and then I'm going to chop up these mushrooms, and I'm going to saute those in some olive oil. I may add butter, or I may add Earth Balance. I'm not sure. I'm not going to salt them, because if you salt your mushrooms too soon, they're gonna steam instead of get a nice caramelized color on them. And this is what I'm thinking. What I actually make may be completely different. So we'll see what happens. But we're gonna saute the mushrooms, and then we'll have our kale dish, and then we can top it with some crispy, savory, luscious mushrooms. So we'll see in a little bit.